The Sands of Defeat. May 12, 1943. The blistering heat of Tunisia's Cap Bon Peninsula. Dust chokes the air like a living thing, swirling around the remnants of the Afrika Korps as Allied shells scream overhead. Lieutenant Hans Fritz presses his face into the gritty sand of his shallow foxhole, the metallic tang of blood and cordite filling his nostrils. His Kar 98K rifle lies useless beside him, boat jammed with the same desert filth that's coated everything since they landed in this god-forsaken theater 2 years ago. Around him, his platoon, what's left of it, huddles in ragged clusters, their field-gray uniforms torn and sweat-soaked, eyes wide with the exhaustion that comes from endless retreat. Boom! Another explosion rocks the earth, showering Fritz with clods of dirt. He winces, clutching the iron cross at his throat, a memento from the early victories in France. "Hold the line!" he shouts, his voice cracking over the din. But it's futile. The panzers are gone, fuel tanks dry as bones. General von Arnim's orders echo in his mind. Fight to the last man. But the last man is here, now, staring down the barrel of surrender. You can almost feel the sun baking his skin, the weight of the helmet pressing down like the inevitability of it all. Fritz glances left. Sergeant Mueller, his right-hand man since Poland, slumps against the embankment, a makeshift bandage around his thigh seeping red. "Herr Leutnant," Mueller rasps, "the Tommies are closing in. I hear their tanks." Indeed, the low growl of Sherman engines rumbles closer, a mechanical predator stalking through the haze. Fritz's heart pounds, not from fear, not entirely, but from the bitter twist of fate. They were the invincible Wehrmacht, the spearhead of the Führer's vision, now scattered like leaves in a storm. A whistle pierces the chaos. An officer signal? No, it's the enemy. "Hands up! Raus!" British voices bark in broken German, shadows materializing from the dust. Fritz hesitates, his fingers twitching toward his sidearm, a Walther P-38 slick with sweat. But Mueller's eyes meet his, pleading, "Live to fight another day." Slowly, Fritz raises his hands, the gesture feeling like betrayal. Rough hands yank him up, patting him down for weapons. Zip ties? No, in 43 it's rope and bayonets at the ready. He's shoved into a line with hundreds of others, hollow-cheeked infantrymen, panzer crewmen blackened by oil, all marching under the watchful eyes of 8th Army troops. The sun dips lower, casting long shadows over the makeshift holding area, a barbed wire enclosure slapped together amid the ruins of a Tunisian village. Fritz collapses onto the hard ground, his stomach growling from days on half rations. A British sergeant tosses him a canteen, water, clean and cool. He drinks greedily, spilling some down his chin. Around the fire pits, guards chat in English, laughing about cricket scores. Fritz doesn't understand the words, but the casualness stings. These men aren't fanatics, they're just soldiers, like him. Night falls, stars piercing the African sky like distant artillery. Whispers ripple through the prisoners. "Where are they taking us? Back to Europe, or worse?" Fritz lies awake, the sand still warm beneath him, replaying the campaign's unraveling, Rommel's genius wasted, supplies strangled by Allied ships. He thinks of home, his family's farm in Bavaria, modest fields struggling under wartime quotas. If only they had the resources these allies seem to pour endlessly into the fight. Dawn breaks with orders to move. Trucks rumble up, olive-drab monsters belching diesel. Fritz is herded aboard, crammed shoulder to shoulder with his comrades. The convoy snakes toward the port of Bizerte, the sea glittering ominously ahead. Ships wait there, massive Liberty vessels, silhouettes against the horizon. "America," someone mutters. "They're shipping us to the Yankees." Fritz's pulse quickens. America? The land of gangsters and jazz, according to propaganda? What awaits across the Atlantic? A prison of steel and starvation, or something far more unimaginable? As the gangplank rises and the ship pulls away from the dock, Fritz drips the railing, watching Africa fade. The war, for him, has shifted from the front lines to an unknown exile. But in the belly of that vessel, crossing treacherous U-boat waters, a seed of doubt takes root. Little does he know, the true shock is yet to come, not in chains, but in the heart of an enemy's abundance.